In all my years of sewing, and I've been sewing since I was a kid, I went to fashion school, I worked in the industry, I have never worked with leather. But today we're gonna change that. We are gonna make this leather bag. Now this bag is actually from a company called Babylon Leather, and they do leather DIY kits. So they sent this bag to me so we could test it out together. I haven't even fully looked through this yet. This is a little paper with, oh perfect, a QR code to the tutorial video. Super helpful. I will need that because I have no clue what I'm doing. First we have, it looks like the tools, all the tools that you need, an awl, a screwdriver. Why? Oh, a screwdriver for the hardware. Smart. Little snips. Thread. Something to note about the thread, I know that you can always choose a contrast, like the white contrast thread, or you can choose a matching thread. I decided to go with the white thread because I like the contrast on the red. I thought it looked really cool. What else? Oh, this little rubber. I guess this is for your finger? Oh, the hardware for the bag. Like the buckles. This has like a nice protective layer on it. I don't want to take it off yet. They really give you everything you need. Then we have the strap of the bag. Okay, this is the actual bag now. We have a strap, I guess. I'm not even sure what these pieces are, but we'll figure it out as we go. But we got this. One piece of the bag. What smells like leather? It smells like a proper bag. Smells good. All these pieces of the bag. I'm loving this contrast color, and then also there's a red part of it. Okay, wow. Oh, with the white and the blue. I'm loving the color palette. This is so good. And they use full grain and top grain cowhide leather, so it's like good quality leather. And I know you can't smell it, but it does smell like a nice leather bag. And what else? Oh, this is cute. Okay, this is something extra that they sent me. Because everyone is super into bag charms and customizing their own bag, I do it all the time too. You can get these silk ties to put on your bag. And it's a little bag charm. It's like a little horse. Oh, that's cute. This you can also buy extra on their website. Okay, let's start making this because I'm a little impatient. This is so cool. I watched the first part of the tutorial and it seems pretty straightforward. I just am trying to find the end of my thread right now. Why can I not find it? Oh, okay, got it. In a little bit. Okay. Now they give you a lot of needles because you actually need 2. We have 1 string with 2 needles. This one goes in here, like so. And then she holds it this way. And this one goes here. And you pull it tight. This is a completely new technique for me. Now I have to just stitch across the whole top of this piece and these 2 pieces. Completed all the top stitches on the bag. This is what it's looking like so far. And actually the back also is looking pretty good. I just have to remember to keep pulling it tight, but not bad. So which is the next part? Oh, we're doing the shiny buckle next. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so shiny. Something I discovered about this system, of course this is how the bag closes, like so. You have to push this down for the clasp to release, but you can lock your bag. You could just turn it and you can't push it down at all. It like locks the whole mechanism. That's really cool. Okay, so now we need to put this on the front here. I'm using the awl to line it up like they suggested, which is actually really smart. Once you get the hang of the stitch, it goes quite fast, I would say. watching the tutorial and now I figured out what this long piece is. It is the gusset for around this. And I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I have curves to go around. But like the buckle, I noticed the holes are actually really precise. They all line up. So perfect. It's going really well. I attached the gusset and at first I thought it could be hard because it's a curve, but it does manipulate quite easy. Now I just need to attach this to the front, but it is the evening. My back is a little sore. So because this is just hand sewing, I'm gonna migrate downstairs to my couch and be comfortable while I do this. And then I think I'm gonna also go with the next step of doing the flap. This is the actual flap of the bag. And this white piece has to go in the middle. It's just like a reinforcement piece, just like so. It is the next day and I got decently far. I attached this together, so now it's starting to look like a little purse. And then I also did the flap of the bag, and it actually, the way they line up the holes, it makes it automatically curve, and then they just tell you to curve it a little bit more, which I thought was a really smart way of constructing this. So the next step now is to attach the flap onto the back piece of the bag. And something they mention at the beginning is if one of the holes isn't punched through all the way, you can just use the awl and then pop the little plug out, which has been really helpful. This took a second to get started because I now have to go through 3 layers, but I think I got it. You just have to hold it tight. So the bag I'm currently making is actually called the saddle bag, and it comes in a lot more colors than this. This is called the colorful one, like red and white, but it comes in brown, coffee, beige, wine red, dark green. So many beautiful colors, but they have more than just this style. They have a whole range, and they actually have ones that kind of look like the Hermes Birkin bag, so you can make your own Birkin bag if you want. And you can get 10% off using my code Eleanor10. I'll link it down below. 10% off any purchase site-wide. I do make a little commission on it, so it does help me a little. It's super appreciated if you would buy through that link. But yeah, if you do get a bag, let me know which one and how it goes for you. It's fun to do something different than just machine sewing. Feel like I'm learning a new technique, which is fun. 3 layers is definitely a little bit trickier. We completed the flap. So now the next step, they say, is to start doing the hardware. Now we get to use all the shiny fun things. How did they do that? Oh, that's like skill. Okay, they have skill. I'm just on my last stitch for the little buckles, but I see outside that it's like nice and sunny, and I'm just stuck upstairs in my little dark attic room. And I kind of want to go to a cafe, go for a walk, but I'm thinking I'll just take this with me because why not? Sip a coffee and sew a bag. Perfect. This is done. I'm not really sure what this is. Oh, I think it's the gusset for around the bag. So the next part that I'm gonna do on my little adventure are these pieces, and they attach this gusset that I just did to the bag, like so. So we're nearing the end actually. It's kind of just attaching the gusset all together and then the bag is complete. Not bad. Let's go have a coffee. coffee, and I quickly actually just finished this attaching these. I didn't do it all at the cafe, otherwise I would have to drink way too many coffees to stay there that long. And this is what actually kind of puts the whole bag together. Like, this attaches to the back and then the other side to the front, like so. Super close to being done. It was actually kind of cute. Someone came up to me when I was about to leave the cafe and they're like, "What are you making?" Because I only saw this, like I only took this piece with me. They saw the buckles, but like, oh, this is actually one part of a leather bag. So I thought that was kind of fun. Now that I'm putting on the final details, which is the clasp and the strap, I would say overall it's super beginner friendly. Like, it teaches you how to do the stitch and then you're basically just doing that stitch over and over and over again, so you get really good at it by the end. But super easy. I mean, you get a really nice product in the end. Few parts were a bit difficult, I would say, like, but I had to sew through 3 layers here and then on the side. That was a bit difficult, but once you get the first like 4 to 5 stitches on, then it kind of like really holds it. It's just getting started that can be a bit tricky, but otherwise pretty good. But if you want to check out the website, you can click the link down below, and don't forget, you get 10% off with the code Eleanor10. And I'm just gonna finish putting this together just in time for my little weekend getaway. And I'll show you the final bag when it's nicely styled.